Hey guys, I hope you've been well. I've not been on here in a while, I've not done a vlog in a while, but it's back to normal now here in Melbourne. So if you've been following along, you know that in Melbourne, Australia, we've been living in lockdown basically for the past 18 months, just in and out of 6-7 lockdowns. And I have been a little bit MIA because I've been back at work full time now. And it's just been really good though, just being able to see patients and to actually say yes, we can see you, so that's been really good. I just thought I'd come on here and just chat about what a normal week means to me, because I have had quite a few people over the last couple of months when they watch my stories or my YouTube just ask me what my week looks like and why I don't work full-time clinically anymore. So it wasn't a really conscious decision that I made. After I quit my last job before COVID hit in 2019, I just knew at that point in time that I didn't want to work full-time hours anymore. I was going to travel, COVID hit, and now here we are. So it just sort of morphed quite naturally into what I'm doing now that I think about it in hindsight, and now it's a proper conscious decision to only work part-time clinically. So I just thought I would break that down for you and explain to you what that translates into. If you've been following along for a couple of months now, you'll know that I don't work full-time in the clinic, and that I do a few other things on the side, which gives me a lot of variety through my week, which I absolutely love. So I just thought I'd finally share with you guys what I'm up to in my average week. So follow along if that interests you, and it'll also just give you a little insight into what other opportunities there are out there aside from working clinically, and that you don't have to work full-time clinically. You can do other stuff within the dental world and still be super heavily involved. So watch along if this interests you. And I'm also here today because LipTX kindly sent me a box of their LipTX treatments, which you guys know I absolutely love and you've seen on my stories multiple times. And anyone who knows me knows that I absolutely loathe dryness. I can't handle it. It's one of my personal pet peeves on myself. So in every bag that I take with me when I leave home, whether it's a wallet, a handbag, whatever, I will have lip balm and I will have moisturizer on me. It's just a thing, like whether it's my hands, my body, my lips especially, oh, I need to be hydrated. I'm actually going to go show you guys right now what my current bags look like and how true this is and how much lip products I have. So this is one of my work bags and my lip balm. Oh, here's my lip balm here. So this is another one of my bags. I've got a few things in here. I feel like I'm reaching into a dark hole of nothing. So here's my moisturizer always on hand, and my lip balm's in the top pocket. And here is what I use religiously all night, every night before I go to bed. So yes, I have everything lip care. I just need to have it. So when LipTX approached me early this year to try their product, I was so keen for it because there's literally nothing in the dental world like this. And I've worked in clinics before where they didn't even have Vaseline to give to patients, and it can be really drying being open for half an hour or an hour, whatever treatment you're providing to your patient. And so I had to try LipTX, and I've been using it for a couple of months, and even on myself at home and on patients, and everybody that I've used it on has absolutely loved it. So if you've not seen any of my stories, I'll tell you a little bit about it. So what it is a 3-step treatment which involves exfoliating the teeth, exfoliating the lips, and it contains antioxidants and enzymes which really remove those dead skin cells and just help prepare the lips for the next treatments. Step 2 is a hydrating mask, and it helps restore moisture to your lips. So we all know healthy lips look hydrated, and that's one thing for me that I absolutely love about this product is whenever I use it on myself or my patients, their lips look chef's kiss, so hydrated. The final step is just this amazing balm. I remember I used it on a patient once and she goes, "Can I take the rest of it home? Please don't throw that away because I really want it." And she comes in and asks me when we're going to be selling it because she wants to purchase it. So it's a hyaluronic infused lip balm with SPF. And if you're not currently using hyaluronic acid in your skincare routine, you need to get on it because there are so many scientific and clinical benefits associated with hyaluronic acid, and it's also really good for your lips. So all up, this 3-step treatment takes a couple of minutes with your patients, but they so appreciate it. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is it. So this is the 3-step, 1, 2, and 3. Super lightweight, so they're not super bulky and they're not going to take up a huge amount of cupboard or drawer space. These boxes come in 30. You can literally use it on every single patient that you see. So some clinics use it after every hygiene patient. You can actually use it after hygiene, teeth whitening, lip filler, any treatment that'll compromise lip integrity. So I'm actually going to show you how to use one now because I haven't done one in a while. So excuse my non-gloved hands. The first step is the exfoliator. I would use this for about 30 seconds. So now we're going with the hydrating mask. And the third step is the protective lip balm. So that's how you use Lip TX. I always save the extra exfoliator and the lip balm that I don't go through, and I usually use it throughout the week because I do not want to let any of this goodness go to waste. So I highly recommend you look into it. Lip TX, you can contact them through their website or their Instagram. I know you and your patients will love it, so please look into it. So back to my working week. Maybe I'll break up my week to you guys so it makes sense to you all. So Monday and Tuesday I work 8:30 to about 5:36, and that's at an amazing clinic called Dental Boutique in Baldwin, and I've been there for almost a month now. No, it's been over a month. It's been about 6 weeks now actually, and it is incredible. They do the most amazing cosmetic dentistry. They are growing so rapidly. They have such an amazing client base, and the dentists are absolutely incredible people as well as dentists. I have never walked into a workplace where I feel like I am so in sync and so like-minded to all the other practitioners. May and Ruben are fantastic, and they really hire a certain personality style. So as soon as you walk into the building, you just get this sense of genuineness and good vibes. And when I walked in there, I just knew that I had to take the opportunity. So it's been really, really good, and it's been such a great learning experience. There's been so many opportunities that have come of my job there, so I'm really thankful for that. So that is my Monday and my Tuesday. My Wednesday and my Thursday I spend at a clinic in Richmond, and I've been there for it's been 2 years now. COVID has just been such a blur. And I actually used to work with 2 of the current dentists there at a previous practice in inner city Melbourne. So it was really nice to come into working with familiar faces. And again, the team is so lovely. All the support staff, front of house staff are just really down to earth people. When I pick places to work, it's hard to go off first impression sometimes, and I think that's just with any relationship or friendship really. First impressions don't always mean that's how the person or the clinic is. So how are you to know until you are to start working there? But I mean, really, really lucky with these 2 practices in that people are down to earth and the dentists at Richmond, which is why I followed the dentist that I worked with from the city to this practice, is he is the most kindest. I have never seen him angry, take out his frustration on his staff. He's just so level-headed and balanced, and I think that's so important in a leader, and that really carries down through the rest of the team. And so when an opportunity came up at that practice, I just had to take it, and it just almost came, it just fell into my lap. I wasn't going to be actively applying for other jobs at the time. I was just going to relax and take a bit of time off, and was contemplating traveling, and it just worked out, and I've been there for 2 years. So I'm really careful with my energy these days and where I work, because reality is you spend more time at work than you do seeing your family and your friends. I really enjoy where I work now. So I know I'm really lucky. I keep saying really, but really, I'm really lucky to be able to say that, because I know a lot of OHTs and dental hygienists are not in the same boat. So once you find a really good practice, and there are really good practices out there, hold on to them and cherish them and be grateful. Not every practice is perfect. Every practice is going to have its thing, but when you find a practice with really genuine people, stay there. And my last day of the week, pretty much every other day of the week really, I do stuff on Saturdays and Sundays if I can, but is my Emma Talks Teeth / consulting days. So I've had a few people ask, what do you mean by consulting? I didn't even really know it was called consulting until they coined it that, but Pixters, which is an amazing Australian oral healthcare company, reached out to me earlier this year, and I went to the Australian Dental Expo with them and exhibited with them and met the team, and that just grew into something a little bit more. So I am working on a few things with them at the moment. I can't disclose what I'm working on yet, and there's plans for other things down the track as well, hopefully as 2022 comes around. But what that means is I help with like product development. If they've got any ideas for certain things, they may ask me about it. So it's really quite a fascinating insight into how companies like Pixters goes about product development and reaching out to dental professionals. And it's a whole new world that if you had asked me 8 years ago when I graduated if I'd be doing that right now, I would have said, hell no. But it's really awesome how these things have grown in the last couple of months. And yeah, so Friday and Saturdays are my content creation days as well. I just have a passion for oral hygiene education and reaching more people beyond the four walls of the dental clinic. Social media is amazing for that, and Instagram has really been my top platform. Really love Instagram, and it's really amazing for connecting with people. Like, I've got friends, and I do call them friends, all over the world, UK, Australia, Europe. It's incredible, and I just absolutely love that we get to speak to each other, learn how things are potentially different in other parts of the world. It is fantastic, and the amount of people that you can reach on the platform with the content that I put out, I really enjoy just knowing that I can actually help that person who's all the way in Bulgaria. I can help that person who's all the way in Tennessee, USA. So it's been such a fun ride, and that is why I have decided to stick at just by no more than 4 days clinically, because I just enjoy all the other stuff too much, and it gives me that variety that I really need during the week. And I sort of got to a point in dentistry where I felt a little bit burnt out a couple of years ago, even though I didn't really know it at the time. But now that I look back, I was definitely burnt out. I just really needed some variety through my week, and I really feel like I've found that balance. If you need a little bit of variety from just working chairside, there are so many things you can do. You can be a demonstrator at university, so help with education with current students. You can lecture at the same time as well. You can do consulting with oral healthcare companies. You can work in sales. You can work in practice management. You can temp. There are temp agencies that you can sign up to if you just prefer to work casually. I have a cousin who's a nurse and he only works casually, so he can gallivant and travel around the world. So you can do that if you temp with dental hygiene. You can work really, really hard and then go travel for a period of time. Like, the world's your oyster. It's one of the things I really love about our profession, is that in a lot of industries, like if you work corporately in whatever, engineering or at a corporate job, you're either there or you're not. You can't be there 2 or 3 days a week, and maybe you can be, but that's way, way, way down the track when you've really built yourself in a particular place or you've got that level of experience. So you can really curate how you want your weeks. So I hope that this video inspires you and encourages you to know that there's much more out there. But feel free to message me if you've got any questions, because I had no idea that all this was out there until a couple of years ago, and it's been a wild ride, but I've really enjoyed it. So I hope this gave you a really good insight into my current working week. Let me know if you guys have any more questions or if there's any other content that you'd like to see. But until next time, stay well.